Well, with one field down, one more to go. Hello, farmers. Welcome back to Hazzard County. It's almost noon. Second to last day of spring. Trying to get all of our planting done. And there's my tractor doing the hippity hop again. Likes doing that, apparently. So yeah, we got our one field of red cabbage down and in. Getting ready to get our other one done. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and cultivated it this morning in between episodes. Let's put that down. Turn that back on. Yeah, so almost went through a tank of seed in that one field that we did. So, yeah, I mean, that field's not that big. So you imagine if we started doing a big field with a planter. Man, I'd have the auger wagon out there with some seed into it, trying to fill this up like every 5 minutes, it seems like. That's why I'm kind of avoid doing a huge field with a planter. But if I ever do a big field with a planter, it's going to be with a modded seed drill. So I don't... Either with a big capacity for seed or one that doesn't use as much seed as it needs. Because, I mean, just imagine doing like field 39 or 40 with a planter like this. You'd be going through the seed really quick. That's something that might be good for multiplayer where you can keep on seeding and someone keep over you and topping you off once in a while. But anywho, yeah, we'll have our red cabbage in here very shortly. What else have I done in between episodes other than cultivate this field? Well, I brought the cultivator back along with the Massey Ferguson. Yeah, Massey Ferguson. Yeah, I got 4 maps going right now. I got to remember what tractors I have where. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I put some straw into the horse paddock so the horses or the animals, because we took care of the animals last episode. The only thing I didn't do was top off the straw for the horses. They are now taken care of, and we do have the class tractor in field 39 that we seeded last episode with soybean. Yeah, soybean with the big bud. He's in field 39, giving it another stage of fertilization because the crops have grown in that field. So, yep, that should be the last stage of fertilization that field needs. These fields here should be, well, those two over there should only have 1 stage of 3 of fertilization. This one here should have 2 stages because grass always keeps 1 stage of fertilization, so I cultivated it. And now we are planting in our red cabbage with fertilizer, so it should be stage 2 for this field. I definitely want to make sure I get these fields fertilized as well as I can because I want to try to at least make my money back on the root crop harvester and the headers. I probably won't make all the money back because we're probably going to spend pretty close to $500,000 for 2 headers and a harvester. If I get $500,000 off these 3 fields, then I'm going to start planting root crop everywhere because these are small. But anywho, just about done here with our red cabbage. I'll be interested to see what these crops actually look like. I've never done the cabbage before, so I'm interested to see how it looks. And we are just about done. Head back to the farm. And then, yeah, I think we'll grab the big bud. Top that off with some seed and fertilizer. I think I forgot what's in storage in that tank. But we'll probably top it off anyways. And yeah, we'll head on over and start planting some hops in our 2 field. Is it field 96 and 97? I think those are the 2 numbers. That's the numbers I'm going with. So I'll see you over there in just a second. Well, I got the seed hawk ready to be filled. I went down to the store with this trailer here and filled it with fertilizer because I just thought it'd be easier using a smaller trailer. But then on the way back, I started to realize that does not have like a trap door, grain door in the back of it. So it's not going to load into the seed drill. And no, it does not. So I have now dumped the fertilizer into our silo, and I'll have to use the big trailer and fill the seed drill that way. Is there anything in here? It does not look like it. Yeah, first I actually brought down the Seed Hawk tank down to the store. That does not fit through there. I was going to see if I could fill it directly. Probably couldn't anyways, but figured I'd bring it down and try. Fertilizer, yep. Thank you very much. Looking for traffic. Yeah, I'm actually looking for traffic. Now see, I need that little grain door in the back of my trailer to unload onto here. So we got 2 more fields to seed this spring, and then we are good to go. Yeah, I couldn't really see myself owning more fields. Am I not in the fertilizer one? I forget. I keep forgetting which one's which. That's good. Jump right off the tank. That's always helpful. Nope, that's seed. And that would be fertilizer. I wonder if I could have emptied off into that trailer. I don't know. Now let me open up the correct tank. Let's see if I can fill it now. There we go. If it takes all of it, that's fine. Might as well prep the tank to be able to take some seed. That's what I really need. There should be plenty of fertilizer for the 2 fields that we have. Now I'm going to grab some seed out of our seed maker. Yeah, I brought the planter back as well, and I was starting to drive like, where am I parking this? And I said, I gotta figure this out. You think with all the sheds and the garages I got around here, we don't have that much equipment, but we have enough to fill up everything. I know you might be looking at some bays and saying, well, that bay's empty, that bay's empty. Well, those bays actually are quote-unquote occupied, but they're just not parked in there at the moment. And I think I made more than enough seed. How much seed do I have left? 64,000 liters. Yeah, we're not going through as much seed as I originally thought we were going to. Yeah, that should be more than enough. Got all of our strawberries there. I probably need to take those up if the price is up just in the upper 12. Yeah, upper 1200. Yeah, 1200. Yeah, 1200 is what we see the best price on. I should probably take those up and just sell them just because it'd be nice to have some money in the bank account. Just seeing $10,000 sitting there. Because I mean, I did spend like $6,000 on fertilizer. I'm going to spend a lot more on fertilizer because the class tractor is out seeding our fields. Creep back on up, and somewhere in here, there we go. Oh yeah, take all of it. I like that. I like it a lot. Alright, we'll park that there for now. That's the only thing with the Seed Hawk is you kind of need a couple tractors to go ahead and get everything set up. And then that should fold up completely. Let me just kind of pull this straight ahead. Yes, I don't need the HUD up anymore either. I know I said it took all the seed, but this the trailer is showing a little bit of seed in there. It's not really there. Alright, Mr. Big Bud. Let's go get our tank. Select hops as a crop. And get to planting these 2 fields over here. I don't know if I may just plant just one. We'll see how long it takes. I just remember what it used to take with the 9-meter wide, so I may rip right through these fields, no problem. Somewhere right about there. That's good. Perfect. Not soybean. There we go. Let's get some hops. Any traffic... Well, I don't care if traffic's coming that way. They can ride behind me. Yep, I got traffic coming this way. Spin her around. Not that tight, but it'll work. And then unfold. Now this one is a direct drill, so I don't have to worry about places I didn't cultivate. It should be all fine. And actually my class tractor should be just about done. Yep, he'll be done in here pretty shortly, so he'll have to sit over there. Honk your horn all you want. I mean, you think I'm moving for you? Well, I'm going to move for myself. No, that's the wrong implement. There we go. Turn it on. Yeah, just keep honking your horn back there. I hear you. And every time I get into an articulated tractor, it takes me a second. It takes me a while to get used to the steering on it. But there we go. Now we got some hops going into the ground. Yeah, I remember seeding this with a 9 meter wide, and it took probably this field here probably took like 20 minutes. Don't think it'll take me 20 minutes anymore. Probably half that. And the reason why I say half that is because that seed drill, even though it's only 9 meters wide, did seed at 16 miles an hour. This will top out at 11. Let me go ahead and put the cruise on. So yeah, once we get these 2 fields done, it's just a matter of, you know, maybe taking care of the farm a little bit, start putting things back where they belong, setting it all up and get ready for fall and the harvest. The fall harvest. Yeah, still waiting on some great demands. The only great demand I really care about would be the diesel fuel. Like I said, you know, during the fall and winter, before we had the fuel, it was like, you know, great demand for diesel, great demand for diesel. And now that we got it, it's like, no, we're good. We don't need any more. So, yeah, I don't know what happened to it, but maybe it'll come along here at some point. But yeah, definitely after we get done seeding these 2 fields, got to just start going around with the class tractor with the narrow tires on it, if needed. And, yeah, topping off our field with fertilizer. Luckily, the big field, that's 30, no, it's field 40, sorry. Yeah, field 40, that one's fully fertilized. The one right next to us, field 39 that we seeded yesterday, that's the 3rd stage of fertilizer for that. I believe these 2 fields that we're planting hops in today, that should make it 3 stages of fertilization for these 2. So it's just a matter of the 3 fields over by the sheep farm and then the fields between the house and the main farm. So that's 3 fields there. There's our worker going back to the starting point, which I wish he wouldn't, because I kind of got to do that field on the other side of the riverbed. But that's not that big of a deal. I'll get to it at some point. Definitely glad I went ahead and bought this the Seed Hawk. That's definitely been very useful this spring. Not to say that the Horse Pronto is not a good seed drill, but when you're dealing with fields this kind of a size, you want to make sure that you have the biggest seed drill that you can have. And I've been very happy with how much seed that it does not use. I should say it that way. But as we saw, the planter just chews through the seed. For some reason, seeds that go into planters, for some reason, seem to take a lot of seed. I think if I were to plant, let's see, if we did it in Hawks Bay, and the onions and the carrots and the sugar beet and potatoes, man, when you plant with that stuff, it's like, I mean, you can actually see the bar meter just drop as you're planting. It's ridiculous. But by planting as much as you do get a good yield off the field. Now it's just a matter of getting a good price for the yield. And that's why in the Pacific Northwest we went ahead and got the sugar factory. That made sugar beets very profitable. And then of course we went ahead and put the Pepsi factory up, which made it a little bit more profitable. If that makes any sense. I probably should have just continued when I turned just now back there. I probably should have continued across this middle section and just did both fields at once. But maybe what we'll do is we'll do this one field here today and do the next field next episode. Kind of like plant that field, and the rest of the episode will be kind of like start tidying up the farm a little bit, because yeah, my trailers are everywhere. I've been kind of washing the vehicles when I bring them back, the equipment and stuff. So it's not like they're all messy and whatnot. Just needs to be organized. And maybe we'll sell some of those strawberries. Some. I always say I'll sell some. I'll sell all that I can on one trip at least. If the price is good. But when fall comes, like I said, I would like to probably get our modded CR1090 New Holland Combine bot with a header just to help us out harvest the fields a little bit quicker. And why wouldn't you? You know, I could put that New Holland on a worker, and that combine, modded combine, will hold 60,000 liters, so he can go a ways, and we'll be in the class Lexion, which holds 18,000. We'll have like the auger wagon somewhere. Sounds like a plan, I think. But first off, I got to come up with another $1.5 million to buy all the stuff that I need to buy. Because I also got to buy a cotton harvester. Because we got a couple fields of cotton to pick. To pick? Yeah, I'm not picking them by hand. Not like the old days. No, got a couple fields to harvest. Just trying to think if I could send... If I should stop and get that class tractor working somewhere. I think the only thing we'll do is we'll just run across the field right here in a second. Actually, right here is pretty good. Just to help get rid of that message that my worker is done. Because he might be stopping traffic, which I don't care, but I don't want to see a line of traffic starting to build up. Thank you. Yep, gotta hit these two buttons. And nope, stop, driver. You're fine. You're fine. I need to update Courseplay. I haven't updated Courseplay in a long time. I mean, it works fine, but there have been so many updates. But sometimes the updates may not work as well as what you're used to. You may be used to the way a certain mod works, and like, oh, I like it, works fine. And you hear, oh, there's an update, and you get the update, and it's like, oh, I kind of like the older version better. You kind of wish that you kept it. Alright, put you back on cruise control. So what are you guys' opinions about the Big Bud? Have you used that on any of your maps? I assume if you do use it on a map, I hope you're using it on a map at least this size. Like the base game maps, I believe this map is 4 times, and the base game maps are 2 times. I think I got that correct this time. So I think this map is a 4 times map. It's kind of like I'll take the Pacific Northwest for example. That does have some decent sized fields in it. Are the fields big enough to really push you towards, you know, using like the Seed Hawk with a Big Bud? Eh. I think they're on the edge of, you know, thinking about doing it, but the equipment that we have in the Pacific Northwest, I think is just fine for what we're doing. But then again, I have to keep in mind that, yeah, we do have modded equipment, so the seeder does seed a little bit faster. And after playing on the multiplayer server for a while and using base game equipment for a while, and you start going, you know, the correct speed that you're supposed to go, I suppose, is what I want to say. You start to realize how nice the mods are that you have. But multiplayer, I do not mind at all doing the base game speed, because it's not like when you're in single player and you're seeding a field and you're just going along at a certain speed, or you're harvesting at 6 miles an hour. It's like, man, I got a lot of stuff to do. There's other people on the map doing things to help you out along. So on multiplayer servers, I don't mind using base game stuff. There's no need to rush and rip through everything as fast as you can on a multiplayer. At least that's just my opinion. I wonder how many passes it's going to take to get this done. Let's say like four headlands, maybe, as he would call it. And I am overlapping a little bit. I hope that when I get to the middle, it's not like a tiny little strip. Doesn't that always irritate you? You think you're doing fine, and then you realize I got to make a whole trip down the field just because I couldn't get, you know, the last 2 meters fitted in somehow. And the reason why I turned late there, I was second guessing myself. I'm like, I'll just go up and down now. Then I realized, nope, you only got 1 headland in. Didn't you remember what you said last episode about having at least 2 headlands to make a turn? Yep, the first time we used this setup on field 40, right? That's where we used it. And it took me a while to get used to the turning radiuses and all that stuff with it. Now I'm starting to understand when to turn a little bit. Come on, big bud. You got like 1,160 horsepower? Could have got the T9. The T9 had 5 more horsepower than what you can have. But since I never used the big bud, that's why we got it. Although I've been kind of thinking when I'm on the multiplayer server, while people are on it, and I'm just I'm kind of like looking at things to get for the farm and whatnot. The guys that were on there will know what I'm talking about. But it was actually yesterday I was on there, and yeah, we changed over quite a lot of equipment. Someone was on there all flipping day doing contracts, and I went in and like, wow, we got cash now. Yeah, we saw you. Then he said, don't spend it all in one place. And I did. I bought 1 field. All the money that we had, I just bought 1 field. And then I took out a loan. And then, yeah, we bought a whole bunch of new equipment, mainly the harvester. That was nice buying the harvester. So hopefully the guys, I'm pretty sure they appreciate buying. Yeah, we went from the Rossla Mash up to the Case IH. What is it? I'm not good at numbers. But yeah, it's the biggest Case harvester in game. Went ahead and got that, and then yeah, that definitely is going to make work a lot quicker for them. But yeah, I was looking at it and like, yeah, we need bigger tractors now. Then we got a bigger combine, so I was getting back to where I started at. I was looking at it like, the T9. The T9's looking like a possibility on that map. West Bridge Hills brings back a lot of memories from when I started on FS13. And then about 4 weeks later, FS15 came out, and I go, oh, is that why it was on sale? I was kind of new to Farming Simulator, didn't know the cycles too well. And I said, well, of course I want the new game. So I went and bought 15, and I played on Bjornholm. And then about, it wasn't long afterwards where I started really learning about mods, and I saw West Bridge Hills. I'm like, well, I'm going back to West Bridge Hills. I like that map. I know the map. Nothing wrong with Bjornholm, but yeah, I went back to West Bridge Hills for probably about a month. Spent a lot of hours on West Bridge Hills. It's bringing back some memories. Just like this field, bringing back memories, trying to, the first season. Now, if you remember the first season in this field here, we bought these 2 fields over here with corn in it. I think both of these fields are on the same parcel, so when we bought the land, it came with both fields, but they both had corn in it. And we wanted it to help make silage, the corn, and possibly make some diesel fuel. And yep, the first winter came, and we never got to harvest this field. The corn never turned to harvest. And luckily the corn did pretty well through the winter months. It did not, we didn't lose that much crop in this field. So is this the first time I've actually planted a crop in this field? Yes. Because we bought it with corn in it. Couldn't harvest it the first season, so it was in here all the second season. We harvested the second season, now we're in the spring of third season. So yes, this is the first time I've planted in this field. Yeah, it looks like it is going to be 4 quote-unquote 4 trips around the field. This is my 3rd trip around. You can see right over there. Yep. Not going to quite cover it on the way back up, but I think I'll be able to cover it on the way back down. Fingers crossed. But we'll get back to the multiplayer map. I've been having a blast on there. There's been about 4, I would say 4 regulars. That's including myself. Been on there. It's been, as I'm recording this now, it's been a week. Feel free to jump on in. Like I said, you don't have to go into Discord and jump on the voice chat if you don't want to. That's fine. Just that when you enter the chat, the way you enter chat in multiplayer, if you've never played before, you hit the T button, T for talk. Just let people know so we can communicate with you. That's what, you know, that's what multiplayer really is for, isn't it? So yeah, just jump on in there and have a blast. Just remember, crop destruction is on. So if you're not used to crop destruction, that means if you go through one of our fields and there's crop growing in it, you can destroy it. And the reason why I say that, because, and I think that's been kind of the problem. I think I got, Farming Simulator hasn't said so, but I know there's been a lot of issues with, a lot of people have been issued with the multiplayer servers the past few days. And I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if it has something to do with the Epic Games Store giving away Farming Simulator away for free. Let's see, well, this video is going out on, what's the date? 3rd, 4th. So as you see this video on the 5th, and I've already mentioned this once before, so this video goes out on the 5th of February. Epic Games Store, if you don't know what that is, that's kind of like a server, kind of like Steam is. Right now, they're giving away the game for free. Farming Simulator base game for free. It's not one of those things where you get just, well, it's a free game, you get it for this. No, you go, log on, you get the game for free, it's yours to keep, period. At least that's the way I read it, that's the way I've been told, that's what other people told me that they've gotten the game for free. So if you're looking to get Farming Simulator, I believe it's until the 6th of February that goes on. So yeah, log on to, just type in Epic Games into your browser. Should bring it right there. You probably have to, if you don't have an account there, you probably will have to get an account, which makes perfect sense. You have to get an account. And yeah, Farming Simulator base game for free. I mean, you cannot beat that price. Seeing that a year and a half ago, well, actually, I bought FS19 the minute that the pre-order came out for Farming Simulator 19. So I'm going to say that had been like June of 2018 is probably when I bought it. And I think the base game then was like $39 US or something like that. Then of course, you know, if you bought like the expanded pack or whatever, you got some like bonus stuff. I don't think I went with that, because the only thing you got extra was a few things. Nothing to my interest. So yeah, you cannot beat the price of free. So yeah, so if you're looking to get farming, you've been looking to get Farming Simulator 19, and just you know you haven't had the money or what have you. Yeah, Epic Games until February 6th. So as, like I said, as you see this video, you got like one more day to jump on Epic Games to get Farming Simulator 19 for free. Free. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to be able to... is this going to be one pass? Or is it going to be where I'm going to leave like 2 meters here? Yeah, I think it's going to be... Yep. Which is fine. It's all good. I got plenty of seed. Got plenty of seed to finish off this field, and probably more than enough to finish off the other field. I think this field here, to me they always look like twins, but I think this field is just a little bit bigger. And we weren't full on seed when we started, so I should be able to finish this job, these 2 fields, without having to refill this. I hope I can. And then we'll be all good. Yeah, so next episode, we'll probably start off by seeding the field right next to us. And then we'll tidy up the yard. I think that's what we need to do. The animals are good for a couple of days. So let's say the 5th day of spring. So they're good until the 1st day of summer. And then this is a matter of going around with a class. I forgot what tractor that is. I know it's a class. It's not the Axion, is it? No, we got the Axion tractor on the Pacific Northwest. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to remember all the tractors I have on what maps, and yeah, I just downloaded another map. I would love. I haven't even got logged on yet, but I can't wait to just look at it. But I know from what people are saying, it's going to be a pretty decent map. I haven't driven on it yet, and I would like to play in this, but I'm not going to do a let's play on it just because I think I learned my lesson. I'm starting to learn my lesson a little bit. Trying to do a single player let's play on a 4x map. Yeah, see, it's like this map here. This is a beautiful map. The problem is I'm not even touching all corners on the map here. We're pretty much just staying kind of in the middle because that's where our land is. So yeah, 4x maps are pretty good for multiplayers. And I've been thinking about if the map looks good, I've been thinking about putting it on the multiplayer server. But I don't think I want to do it right away just because it's the first release of the map. And I'm pretty sure for the next week or two, people may say, well, there's a bug with this, bug with that. And I don't want to start the map on a multiplayer server to where if he's got to fix some things, and it says, well, yeah, to do the updated map, you got to restart a save game. So, yeah, maybe wait a while on that map. And I don't want to see what map it is just yet because I don't want to say, well, it's this map here, without even trying it, then log on to the map, try it out, and go, oh my god, this map is terrible. And then people start asking, hey, what happened to this map you were talking about? And I want to say, well, it's a piece of crap. You know, I don't want to go down that road, so I'm not going to say what map it is yet. Alright, this is our final trip on down the field. Then I'll just park the big Bud kind of over across the street because that farmer's not using that field for anything. Now hops we have done before if you haven't been here long enough. I did a little let's play on Hawks Bay. I don't remember how long ago that was. I was doing the same thing I was on the Pacific Northwest where I took out like a $20 million loan. I said, let's pay it off. And I got down to where I owed like $10 million more, but we were bringing the money in really fast there. But yeah, I did hops on that map. I wonder if they'll look the same. I mean, the hops on that map were really tall. Really, really tall. So I want to see what they look like on this map. Should be interesting. I just didn't want to do corn again. Corn is good on this map, especially if you want to make diesel fuel and sell it for a good price, or if you need it for silage. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We're definitely fine on fertilizer. And I think since I'm at 55% on seed, we should be able to get the other field done without having to add any more seed to this tank. And then we'll park this up for the season, I think. I mean, if I get too bored in the summer and there's a contract out there to seed a big field, you know, I can think about doing it because I got plenty of free seed and I don't really need fertilizer because when you take on a contract for seeding a field, you don't do it with fertilizer because you're not getting paid to fertilize it, you're just getting paid to seed it. So I got plenty of free seed. And with this thing, it shouldn't take me long to seed a lot of the fields. And we are done. Fold it up. I will fold it up just because. Like I said, we're going to go ahead and park it across the street. Don't want to leave it on the field. You don't want all that weight sitting in your field and just sitting there and compacting the dirt. Compacting the beautiful soil that we have. Yeah, I would have loved to put a garage over here, but we don't own this land that we're parking on. And I did think about doing some more chickens over here. I mean, we got the other one over there, but really that's... the chickens are just not producing the eggs in seasons as fast as I would like, but that's fine. So there we go. 100% fertilized. That's what I wanted to see. I am kind of curious. Yeah, the switch over. Yep. Yep. So all these fields right here will be done for the season once we plant that one next episode. These fields over here, yep. So that has 2 stages. This one has 1 stage. I'll have to wait until it hits a growth stage. And while we're seeding this one tomorrow, I'll bring the class tractor over. And looks like 1 pass in all 3 fields, and these 3 fields will be set. So field 35 and 36 have cotton in it. Field 37 has some wheat in it, just to keep a good stock of wheat for our chickens, and also to make more seed if I need to. The hops will straight up sell. Soybeans and canola straight up sell as well. And over here, of course, we got our cabbage over here. We'll be selling that as well if the price is good. The one thing I do want to check is, let's go into the market, bring our tablet here. I'm not curious about this page. So we do have a good amount of milk to sell. And I'm just curious, when is a good time to sell milk? Well, it looks like in the fall is the best time. Summer, not so much. So if we go to our animals, where's our 127 sheep? Like I said, we're up to 31 cattle. There's our 1 bull. So this is the interesting thing. I wish it would kind of put here. For seasons, I wish seasons would update this. So like we got a Holstein female, which she's not fertile. That's a newborn, but it's 0.2 years old. Let's go down here. Does it tell me in here? No, it does not. She is a female, 3.5 years old, mature. She's expecting another calf in about 3/4 of a year, but doesn't say if she's producing milk. So I don't know if she's had a calf yet or not to be producing milk, if you understand what I'm saying. Because I would be curious, if I got a male Holstein that's not producing milk, then I would just sell them. But I can't, if you know what I'm getting at. In seasons, you don't know if they're actually producing milk or not. It's kind of like your chickens. Where are the chickens? Chickens. So I got males and females in here. I don't know if they're actually producing eggs or not. I mean, the females will have offspring, but I wonder if the males are actually producing eggs or not. And when I went on to, I can never say their body name, Realismus. Man, words I tell you. Yeah, I can't find anything on their site that says male chickens will not lay eggs. I realize the rooster won't. I get that. We have the rooster in there. You need the rooster in seasons to actually have offspring. Well, how do I phrase that? You don't need the rooster to get offspring. The rooster will actually just make a better chance of offspring. I don't know. It's the way seasons works right now. So that's the way it's been working for me. Yeah, because we do have quite a few males in here, so I don't know if they're producing eggs or not. Anywho, yeah, I just want to take a quick look. Since we're in here, might as well take a look at our sheep. Where's the sheep? Baba sheep. Yeah, we got a lot of newborns in here. As you can see, 28 pounds. Yeah, so there's a full-grown male. He's mature. He's mature at 3/4 of a year old, huh? Yeah, we got a lot of new ones in there, but the wool production should be good. So yeah, probably not going to sell milk until the fall. Like I said, I know I've said it in the last 3 or 4 episodes of Hazzard County. Even though this is our last season on the map for now, we could be revisiting it later on. So I'm not going to go ahead and just sell crop just to sell crop. If the price is good, we'll sell it. If not, we'll keep it in storage. And if we revisit the map later on, we'll make better money off it that way. Yep, but next episode, we'll finish off our last field of seeding. This guy right here, I'll probably bring it down to the store just to top it off so you can finish off the 3 fields behind us and have enough to do the fields on the other side. We'll probably sell some of a trailer load of those strawberries. Just that I'm at $11,000. I don't have anything on this map actually bringing me in money. We got 1 solar power plant, but that's probably bringing me in peanuts. Yeah, it's bringing me in peanuts. Not much. So yeah, I gotta get some cash coming in. I did put some manure into the strawberry patch this morning. All the cows, whatever the cows had left in it, but not much. But we are making strawberries, so we're good. My water tanker is empty. I'm trying to keep it as empty as I can. It's the only tanker we have, and if there's great demand on diesel, if this is full of water, I really just can't dump water anywhere, so that's kind of a downer. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Hazzard County. But until then, Have a good one.